So now that we have all the machines installed, I just want to show you final configurations of the lab, and I want to show you how the lab is going to look like and how we're going to use the computers in the future videos. So the first thing, I want you to make sure that all the devices are connected to the same NAT network. This is very important so that we can access one device from another. So I'm going to click on the Kali Linux, and if you go on the settings and go to network, you'll see that it's connected to a network called NAT network. Also, if you go here, you can see that the network name is 10.20.14 NAT. Now, you might have a different name. It doesn't matter. Just make sure that you select the name that you have there. If you don't see any names in there, have a look on the link in the resources. You'll see how you could fix this issue. But by default, VirtualBox should automatically create a NAT network for you, and you can just select it from here. Now, you probably won't see this advanced. So just NAT network, make sure that the name is selected here. Press OK. Then go to the Metasploitable machine and make sure it's connected to the same NAT network. So make sure you actually connected to this. You might have more than one NAT network, so make sure you select the exact same NAT network. So when I come here, you can see that it's connected to NAT. I'm going to change that to NAT network. And I'm going to make sure that you can see that the name is called only NAT network here, but the Kali Machines network was called NAT network 10.20.14. So I'm going to make sure that I select the same NAT network that is selected in the Kali machine. I'm going to press OK. And now my settings are good. Now, like I said before, we're going to be using the Kali machine to launch our attack. So this is going to be our attacker machine. And we're going to use the Metasploitable as our victim or as our target. Now, the Metasploitable comes in with a number of websites. So it's a computer, but it has a number of websites installed on it. And this is usually the way web servers work. Usually, you'd have more than one website installed on the same web server. And this is very useful to us. We'll talk about that later. We'll see why it's very useful. For now, let's see how we can access the websites on Metasploitable. So I'm just going to log in. Like I said, the username is msfadmin and the password is msfadmin. And to see the IP address of this computer, all you have to do is just type in ifconfig. So ifconfig. And the IP address here is 10.20.14.214. So if I go to the Kali machine here, and if I open my browser, and if I navigate to 10.20.14.214, you can see that I can access my Metasploitable machine, and it says Metasploitable 2. So this is the web server installed on the Metasploitable machine. Now, throughout the course, this IP might be changing, so I might be going to a different IP, because sometimes the IP of the NAT network changes every time you run it. For you, if you access that IP and nothing works for you, all you have to do is just go back to the Metasploitable machine, run ifconfig, and see what IP you get. Then, if you navigate to it here, you'll see that you can access the web server. Now, as you can see, there is a number of websites installed in Metasploitable. So if we click on Metilidae, you'll have a website. If we go back, if you click on DVWA, you have another website. And we'll talk about these websites and we'll talk about how to hack them in future videos. One more thing that I want to point is the configuration of one of the websites is misconfigured with Metasploitable. So I'm just going to show you how to fix it now so that in the future you won't have any errors once we start running the attacks. The website that's misconfigured is Metilidae. So we're just going to modify its configuration using Nano, which is a text editor. So we're going to type in Nano, and then we're going to type in the path for the config file, which is stored in var www Metilidae config.inc. So Nano is the program that we're going to use to modify the configuration, and var www Metilidae config.inc is where the config file is stored. And to run this as admin, as root, you have to type in sudo in front of it. So I'm going to do sudo. I'm going to put the admin password, which is msfadmin. And now what you need to modify is the last line. So if you can navigate down using the arrows in the keyboard, and you can see that the DB name is set to Metasploit here. You want to modify that. You want to remove that and type in OWASP10. So OWASP10. Now, this is all done. It's perfect. Now, all you have to do is just press Ctrl X to exit, press Y to save it, and hit enter. And that's it. Now it's saved, and we're ready to start penetration testing and learn how to hack into websites.